This can be a little bit of a quick video today, no gameplay of what I'm doing. We're just going to go over this social menu or so. Now starting from inventory, obviously it's pretty self-explanatory. If nobody knows what this map is here, each little name is a region. Each region is a place that you can build a camp in. The little red area, I know in the first video we talked about it. I assume that was a bad place to go. Those are your settlers or your colonials that are expanding their territory. Now, as the game goes on, they are actively expanding. The train that you rode in when you made your or created your game or so, though that train comes in every so often and it brings new settlers into the world in which they create and make their own little area. Now, currently right now, this is the biggest one I can see. We have the second one over here, and we still have this really tiny one that's been about this size since I've been playing. Now, since our previous video and all, I have established new areas. As we can see, I have 2 camps, and you need 3 in order to get this neutral camp to join your resistance. On another note, at the top of the screen, we have this My Land bar. You have your white and your red. The red side is how much land the settlers and colonials have taken all together, and the left side, the white bar, is you. Now, of course, the white bar, that is how much land you have taken back, and it's a consistent battle between you and these invaders on your land. Now, moving on, we have our health bar here. Next up, we have our stamina, and then followed by the weight. The SP, I know in the first video we were like, what does SP mean? Well, thanks to a person named David that I could find his comment, but he said SP stands for social points. And social points are what you need to purchase certain skills and all through your warrior, scout, chief, or hunter. Now, I do know, and I have heard speculation currently through the chat and reading it, that you need to be a certain level as a chief to have your warriors collect certain goods. Now, how true that is, I have no idea. I've never had any problems with it myself. On another note, you have your objectives up here. It's pretty self-explanatory, all your objectives in the game that you can go. Now these find and intimidate, like a special person mission I have here, find and intimidate Steve from wherever. I guess you just kind of come across him somewhere in the world. I don't really know too much about that, why it gives you a mission and doesn't give you a location to search. So again, I just think you come across them. This man killer person is the same thing, but it talks about it took a dead body and settled somewhere near Fort Monfield. But a special person does not have any of that. It doesn't exactly tell you like near that, but it gives you a last seen at so-and-so's camp. Now wherever that camp is beyond me. Alright, war paints. War paints. You can customize your character. You can put war paints on the body. Your appearance, of what you can see, put it on your head. Obviously you can, change the nice color of your hair and everything. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just kept it bland and all, but looking at it now more thoroughly, I kind of like the red stuff. That looks pretty good. You got your store there. Your crafting. Your crafting is great. You can send out your minions to collect you stuff and all, so that way you can craft things, or you can just instantly get a ton of wooden arrows. Now, of course, SP is also used to learn new skills. You need so much SP, as you can see, this way, so you can make, toxin or stun, sound, medium, or long arrows. Make different baits. Basically, anything you need or want to learn, you need SP for it. In order to get SP, you have to be killing people. Now, if nobody knows, this game is a stealth game. Currently, right now, it's my understanding that the war parties are broken and they haven't been fixed yet. Meaning, if you make one, your warriors just kind of stand around, they don't do anything. And if you send them to war, they kind of just show up at that location and then they just stand there. They don't do anything. They just basically get killed. They're nothing more than just a target at that point. So, alright, so on another note, I know you guys saw that pop up at the top right hand corner of my screen about Fetdale and Dugby or so forth expanding. That is the red that we talked about down here at the bottom. They are expanding their borders. Now, between which one is which, I don't know, because they both expanded. Now, I've never seen this name, so I'm pretty sure you could easily identify this one right here if it just randomly pops up while we're gaming and looking at new things. Alright, so moving on, we're going to talk about our camp menu now, as we zoom really far in. Oops. Anyway, so, on your camp menu, this is the inventory, the camp inventory, everything that's in there. Now, of course, everything that's in there, if you send, like, you send the tame horses or something, you can equip the group with, you can click on equip the group, it automatically equips the group, and they magically just get 5 arrows. I don't know what these weak wooden arrows do to tame a horse, but I guess it's just self-protection. Any of these weapons your fellow mates can use. They can use any of the weapons, they reload, whatever. They can eat any of the food, they can basically use anything in the inventory. As well as another thing too, we have collected 8 boar pelts currently. In order to add an order, you choose what you want them to go out, create. They'll go out and collect the resources and then create it. So like a wooden bow, everybody in this camp will go out, they'll collect like the wood and the flax needed to make the bow, and then one of them will make the bow. Now, of course, that honestly takes freaking forever. So I just go out and I have them like collect the wood, collect the flax, and then I make the bow because they take forever. So if I want some brown mushroom, I'll just throw down a random amount here. Click confirm. All right, brown mushrooms found in the forest. So I got somebody up here. One warrior is going out and collecting brown mushrooms somewhere. Another thing is, well, a big one here. Be sure you also have this little checkbox: loot and burn cleared nearby enemy camps. Alright, if you don't burn down a camp, the people return and they show up again, and then they're just, it's horrible. So always be sure you check that, because once you clear a camp, so like for myself, for example, down here, next to this little fire, there's a camp. We can't see it here because it's ghosted out and I don't have a camp close enough, but right here somewhere is a camp that I cleared out, and once I cleared it out, a member of my tribe walked all the way down there and basically looted the entire thing. They've got like the whole super muscles, can carry just pretty much everything the camp has to offer all the way back to camp. One person. And then they just burned it. They razed it completely. But anyway, so if you're ready to settle to a new camp, you can send 3 people to settle to a new camp. Now, when you click on settle, you'll get these little icons that you can decide where you want them to settle at. And if you decide you like one, maybe by the river or something, you can click on it. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to settle here? Yes. So then going to bring up your settling that you need. They need 20 wood to set up a new camp and 10 rope. You already have that, which, speaking of which, flask is what you use to make rope, and wood is everywhere. So it's real easy for your warriors to make a ton of rope. You can equip the group, and it'll give them the weapon, the ammunition, your rope, and your wood for 1 settler. Now, of course, this is 11 weight. I mean, the rifles are incredibly heavy around here. And one warrior can only carry 15. So you want to be sure you have warriors that are freed up at the time that you want to send. So you can send this up to about 3. At 3, you should have enough at that point that you can carry all of your belongings and go off to your new land. Now then, once you click as send, they will walk over there and they will establish a camp. Now, as to what that camp looks like, I can show you here in just 1 second. Alright guys, we're back. Now, this is what a freshly settled camp looks like. Now, for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure it involves around you needing to upgrade the camp. You cannot tell your guys what to do in this camp. Your orders are completely blanked out. And it tells you to upgrade the camp. But in order to upgrade it, you need 10 boar pelts. You saw previously, I had 8 boar pelts and I need 10 to upgrade it. Once we're upgraded, then I can get these warriors out to collect other items in the area and maybe do some patrols. Now, one thing is for sure, you can send your warriors to patrol, but you must set out like certain waypoints and all. You have to add patrol points in order for you to have them patrol in that area. And if they come across any enemy settlers or whatever, which the settlers will make their way eventually onto your land and you will clash with them. So be sure you are ready for that. Now, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed today's short clip. Hope to see you back here next time when we go and explore the world together and see what we can find.